comes to combating the Islamic State, one key issue that has to be addressed is to how it came to rise and fill a vacuum, if you like, of governance in both Syria and Iraq so quickly, so rapidly. We all know that they have financed themselves, they have received funding from outside, and that they're actually running their own proto-economy, all of which suggests, particularly starting in Syria, but then into areas of Iraq, where there was an absence of governance, that any international coalition addressing this issue actually has to think very closely about the kind of measures of empowerment of the local population, of listening to local Sunnis, certainly in the regions where Islamic State is active and has taken over cities in Iraq, actually to listen to local communities and engage them much more closely in combating Islamic State from within, if you like. This is partly ideological, it's partly economic, and it's also a question of looking ahead for the kind of governance structures in which the government in Baghdad is actually responding to the whole population rather than just some of it. It also means a strategy which we still don't have for Syria looking ahead. The talk about cooperating with President Assad overlooks very much the fact, the statistics from the UN at the end of August saying that half of the Syrian population is now displaced. Many of them abroad, many of them internally, many of them not accounted for. We should be engaging much more closely with Syrian refugees and displaced people as actors who are part of the solution, rather than treating them solely as victims of the violence and only assisting those who wish to take up arms, which, as we know from the experience of Libya, eventually may well end up in the wrong hands.